Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about being charming and playful gets you laid, not being romantic. So if you are having trouble on your dates, and let's say you've been on a few dates with a woman and things haven't escalated physically, or maybe things just sort of don't never seem to get to that stage, and you're wondering how you can get it to that stage where you finally have intimacy, right, with a woman. And you're wondering what you could be doing wrong that could potentially be putting roadblocks in the way from making that happen, especially if you've been dealing with a lot of women who seem enthusiastic to begin with and then suddenly it sort of like dries out and nothing really happens, and maybe they start to lose interest. And all of the information that would really help you to begin with, it would be to read the book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams, which you can find and read for free on my website. All you have to do is there's a link in the description, it'll take you straight to the PDF reader. It's just there for free. You don't have to sign in, you don't have to log in for anything, there's no like weird confusing landing page. It just takes you straight to the PDF reader where you can read it for free. This will give you a good overview on how to gain more attractive qualities that you can integrate into your personality. So you study this and then that will help with that, and apply it obviously as well. There's no point just reading it, you have to like apply it too. But what really helps on dates is if you get rid of all expectations of actually getting laid, of trying to lock her down to a commitment, of trying to make her your girlfriend, and doing things that you feel like, and you're basically just doing things that you feel like would win her over. So you might think, okay, well, I'll buy her flowers, I'll write her a love letter, I will say something romantic that I learned from a movie. That seemed to work on the girl in the movie, so maybe it'll work on her, right? And you're getting all up in your head about it, right? And that's basically what happens. You get all up in your head about it, you make these sort of like mistakes, because what you'll find is that women, especially in the beginning, in the dating stages, they prefer a man who they're a little bit uncertain about, because they already know that you like them on some level because you're on a date with her, right? And you're spending time with her and you're messaging her and you're talking to her, and you keep on asking her out, right? You're there, you're present, right? She can probably tell by your body language and the way that you look at her that you're attracted to her. She's going to be able to sense and tell all of these things. So you don't have to verbally say anything or do anything overly romantic to bring it home, right? Because you don't need to bring it home. You don't need to I need to tell her exactly how I feel. I need to do exactly this. You don't need to do that. You don't have to do anything like that. Because she will just know anyway by the way that you are with her. She'll be able to tell. She'll be able to read your body language and be able to tell exactly what's going on with you, right? And that is, you're attracted to her and you like her. She'll know. She'll be able to sense it. She'll be able to see it. And I'm sure you've had the same situation kind of thing happen with you. Like if you've ever had a woman attracted to you, then you probably know. It may not have been a woman that you wanted to be attracted to you, right? Why is it always that way, right? Or the women that you like never like you, but the women that do like you, you don't like. So one of these things. But this book can help you with that, right? And help you understand what's going on with that. But it's like, so you know what it's like when a woman likes you, okay? So women are exactly the same. Like a woman knows when a guy likes them. It's just you don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything romantic. You don't have to do any grand gestures because she knows. So why bother, right? You can be totally lazy with it, right? So the main focus, like I said, on date, is first of all to drop expectations of getting laid and to drop expectations of trying to get her into a relationship and trying to win her over, and just focus on fun, just focus on laughter, just focus on being silly together. And if it's really difficult to do that with her, if it's really difficult to have fun, if it's really difficult to get her to laugh, if it's really difficult to get her to let her guard down and be silly with you, then you probably shouldn't be on a date with her, and you should probably end the date pretty soon and decide to not see her again, which can suck because she might be really beautiful and you might really, really want to date her and have and sleep with her and stuff. But if you do end the date sooner and you can sense that, it's really hard to get her to have fun, it's really hard to get her to let her hair down, then maybe give it another date, maybe just to see, because maybe she's just super shy. But what you'll find is that it's probably a lot easier for you to let that woman go, and you'll feel really powerful about that, because you'll be like, whoa, I just stopped dating a woman that it was really hot, and I just sensed that it wasn't working out, and I stopped it from happening. And you feel powerful about that. You're like, whoa, I can't believe I'm the one that let down a beautiful woman. I can't believe that I'm the one that stopped the dating process because it just wasn't happening. We just weren't vibing together. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for someone that you can vibe with, who you're on the same level with, who you can have a laugh with. Because, life is already, like I say in my videos, life is already stressful. Life is already pretty tough. So this is one thing that you have complete control over, who becomes your romantic partner, right? You have that's in your control. That's something that you definitely have control over, okay? So you want to make sure that the person who you're with at least makes you laugh a lot, so life can feel a little bit less stressful and you can just have more fun in life, okay? Because it's really important that you pick someone who you can have a good time with, because if it sucks to be around them, then your life is going to suck, okay? Even more, right? Right? It already sucks right now, right? So at least if you're with a woman who makes you laugh and you can make her laugh and you have fun together, at least you can take the edge off of life a little bit and feel a bit more softer and feel a bit more lighthearted. And, and basically what you'll find is that when you've had a stressful day, and you come home from work, this woman who you're with is your safe haven, right? And how beautiful is that? How beautiful would that be, right? To come home and to just have everything, just like all your pain just sort of taken away because you just have so much fun and you just could laugh so much with the girl that you're with. That's a pretty cool place to be, all right? Trust me. So when you're on a date, focus on fun, focus on laughter, focus on silliness, focus on having a great time. And I promise you, once you let go of your expectations, then all of your expectations will then soon be met. So let's talk about then being charming and playful. So obviously fun, laughter and silliness is all part of that. But something that can make you appear quite charming is if you've got a sort of like you're really good at teasing in a good, like in good humor, right? So you're not teasing to be mean, but you're teasing in such a way that, it creates like a fun moment, right? So I'm just trying to think of a good example of this. So one of the examples I actually give in the book is, let's say you're on a date with a woman and she's wearing like these really bright red shoes, okay? And you're there, maybe you're staying at a bar, or maybe you're at a restaurant or something like that, and she's telling you about, oh yeah, I'm so confident, I get all my confidence from my mum, she brought me up like this, or maybe I got my confidence from my dad, or she's saying all these things about her confidence. And then you can say something like, wait, how you get what are you talking about confidence? Why are you wearing those? Right? And you just sort of like, and she's like, what do you mean about my shoes? What's wrong with my shoes? And he's like, no, I'm just messing with you. Your shoes are great. It's just like, you're showing her in this way that you're not afraid to offend her. You're not afraid to be playful. Okay. Now, when I say offend, right, I don't mean that you actually go out and say something like just totally offensive to her, like, oh my God, you're so ugly, or no guy would ever date you, or whatever. It's not, you're not being mean about it, but you're just doing something playful that maybe another guy would be too scared to do, like to point out her really bright red shoes and how like sort of like glaring they are. And obviously that's just an example, right? It could be something else. Like let's say she's got let's say she likes anime, right? She's got like a little anime bag, okay? And let's say she's talking about other guys that she's dated, and you're like, are you sure you go on dates? Because I don't know, you got an anime bag, right? Isn't that for nerds, right? Or something like that. I'm not saying that it is for nerds. I actually really like anime, so it's not like I'm not judging people who watch anime. Okay, okay, because I'm one of those too. Okay, it's just one of those things. It's just teasing. It's just playful, right? As you can see. Or it could be that you meet up at a coffee shop and you order like an Americano, right, and you have nothing in it, it's just literally just black coffee, and then she has like one of these big frappadappadappadoodas, right, and it's got all the cream, it's got sprinkles, it's got, I don't know, like it's like a neon like green or something like that, and you can be like, yeah, this isn't gonna work out, is it? And then you can look at her drink and look at your drink, right? And it's just like one of those funny, like it's another way to tease her and be playful with her. Right, and it just creates a fun moment where you two can have like a laugh, okay? And that's the kind of teasing that I'm talking about here. I'm not saying that you should say something completely offensive or be mean or bully. It's just something playful, right? And it's teasing, and that makes you more charming, okay? If you can lean into those kinds of things. But of course, as well, you shouldn't be looking for these kinds of moments either. They should come up sort of serendipitously, right? So don't be looking for times to tease her, Okay, it should come naturally. So like the example that you notice her anime bag, that's a good time to tease her. You know, it could be something that she's got on her phone. Like maybe you see that she's got like a really silly background of something, or maybe it's like Sailor Moon, or I don't know, Care Bears or something. Like maybe she's got something strange, right? There's something that's sort of like unique and quirky that you can point out and tease her about, right? But like I said, you shouldn't be looking for these things. They should just sort of appear naturally anyway, because you're hanging out with her. Okay, and that's when you can say that, right? That's when you can tease her about it, because it just happens naturally. I'm not saying you should be looking like, oh my god, she hasn't got anything on her that I can tease her about. Just focus on having fun. If you can't see anything, right? Just don't be so in your head. Okay, just have fun, have a good time. Be silly. If you, like I said, if you can't get her to laugh, if you can't get her to be silly, then just don't go out on another date with her. It's that simple, okay? So another thing that can help with the getting laid part, and this is really important, I think a lot of guys miss this, and that is you've got to notice for physical invites, okay? And what I mean by that is this. If she starts touching you, and I don't necessarily mean in a sexual way, like she could just be touching your arm. She could be like, if you're being silly together, she could poke you. She could like playfully punch your arm, obviously gently, you know, she's not actually like punching you to death. You know, or she could be, you know, or maybe she touches your leg or something like that. Or maybe you play footsie together under the table, right? That's a sign that she's sending you a signal that, hey, it's okay to touch me, okay? So if that happens, then now it's time, you know, if you're walking across the street, you know that she's touched you before, so you know it's okay to hold her hand. You know it's okay to give her a hug if the moment feels right. And if she's, and when it comes to kissing and leading things, escalating things that way, then what you'll find is that if a woman wants to be kissed, what she'll do is she'll just keep on looking at your lips. So if you two are talking, you're quite close, and she keeps on looking down at your lips, it means that she wants to be kissed. Like she's thinking about kissing you when she's looking at your lips. So go for it and just do it, okay? So notice that. Of course, you have to be quite close to her to be able to see that. So you might be already kind of like a little bit huddled up, or maybe you're at like a bar or something, and you're sort of like quite close and talking to each other. So if she keeps on looking at your lips, she wants to be kissed, okay? So notice these physical invites. And basically all you do is each time she sends you a physical invite, like maybe she touches your leg or touches your arm, then you know it's okay to escalate things a little bit further. So if she touches your arm, right, then you know it's okay to give her a hug, okay? If she's looking down at your lips, then you know it's okay to kiss her, okay? So you sort of like take the bolder next step. And if you're kissing each other and you're making out, and you know, then you can do a little bit of heavy petting, right? You can do right, you can do a bit of caressing, you know, touch the back of her head or her hair or something like that, you know. And then if things feel quite steamy there, you can go back to her place, or you can go back, or she can come back to yours, you know. You just offer the invitation there, you know. And maybe you guys end up at your place anyway. You know, say, hey, you know, let's, instead of going out, you know, maybe you've gone for a few drinks, and you say, hey, how about we just go back and get some pizza? We can order some pizza in. And then of course, again, you notice the physical cues, the invitations that she's sending that I've already discussed. And, you know, usually when you guys are making out, that's when things can lead further into sex and that kind of intimacy. So, you know, if that's happening and the caressing is happening, then start taking the clothes off, right? Okay, but keep the foreplay going, because foreplay is really important. Okay, foreplay is extremely important with women, okay? So basically what you want to do is you want to get to a stage where it's like she wants you more than you want her. So you're always the one that's sort of like a little bit, you're taking your sweet time, basically, right? You're taking your sweet time. You're taking your sweet time to get to the final act. Okay, so it's a lot of kissing, a lot of talking, a lot of cuddling, a lot of caressing, right? And just escalate it a little bit each time. And just take your sweet time with it. Just be in no rush whatsoever, okay? And just have fun with it. And also as well, it's always a good idea when you're having sex with a woman, make sure that she finishes first and you finish last, okay? This is one of those ways that you can show that you've got sexual self-control, and women really, really like that. Okay, so you got it, all right? You got it, stud. You can do this. You can do this, okay? So anyway, if you like more tips, then go and read my book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams. You can see it, you can view it in the description. It'll take you straight to the PDF reader. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then there's the cheapest option is in the description of this video too, which is email coaching. You can basically just tell me everything that's going on with you. You can send me screenshots of conversations that you may be having with a woman. You don't have to do that, but it's just an option for you if you want to. Just I'd like to tell you all your options, what you can send me. So you can send me your story, you can send me screenshots, you can send me screenshots of your dating profile if you want to if you want me to help you optimize it. And then I'll get back to you within 7 days. If you want a faster response from me, then there's also the option of emergency email coaching on my website. So just go to www.christineloveridge.com and then click on coaching and then select emergency email coaching. Okay, and that's all you have to do. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.